Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to a new training video. I know I've not uploaded for a while, but here we are. I've been really focusing on clients recently. We've been getting some really amazing results. But yeah, so just in this video, I'm basically just going to kind of go over the kind of ecosystem slash funnel that we're using right now to attract high ticket coaching clients. So this is going to kind of give you like a bird's eye view of like the front end of the business. And who is this for? Personal trainers who want to kind of transition online. Any kind of like online health or fitness coach who basically want a better client acquisition system. Or if you just simply want a proven way of being able to charge more for your service. So here's a little screenshot of the 10K in 14 days in my business. And then here's a few others from my clients as well. Cody, Trevor, so everyone's kind of killing it right now. So yeah, I'll just dive straight into it. So here's the kind of the overview. So we'll just take it step by step. So obviously you've got traffic. You need a way of generating the traffic and driving the traffic towards your offer, right? Now, what most coaches do is, they'll post, which is awesome, but they're kind of in this like post and pray kind of method, right? Which is it's unpredictable. You're just hoping that people land in your inbox. You don't have any systems in place. You're not nurturing people on a high level, and you're not being proactive about getting this traffic into your DMs and then onto the sales calls. So the first thing to address is what kind of content are you actually putting out there? Because I see it time and time again. Coaches will just be posting content that is far too broad and generic. Like a quote I keep saying over and over again is like, if you try target everyone, you'll just end up targeting no one. And it's so true when it comes to the online game. So what you need to really do is, before you start putting in all this effort, you need to figure out who you're actually trying to target, what your offer is, and what the problem is you're solving for those people. Because if you don't nail that, then you're just going to be putting in so much effort and it's not going to pay off, right? You've got to start at the bottom, nail the foundations, make it really strong, and then work up from there. It's the only way, or you're just never going to really gain much traction. So a way I like to think of it is, how many times can you repeat yourself using different angles and different wording in order to help solve one problem for one avatar? Okay, that sounds really boring, but that's literally all it comes down to. Different styles of content, different ways of wording things, but the kind of high level overview is that you're solving one kind of main problem. Obviously there is going to be like subcategories under that, but you're solving one problem for one person, but you're doing it really well. Okay, you're the master of this kind of niche, and that's the way you want to kind of position yourself in the market. So what's their life going to look like if they don't solve it? What's their life going to look like if they do solve it? What are some actionable steps and belief shifting perspectives you can kind of give them through your content that's going to help them take action? Okay. If you wanted to go a bit deeper, you can also look at sort of common objections and things like that and just solve them in your content before they even get to anywhere near your inbox or onto a call. So the most powerful part of this is probably this section. And a lot of coaches aren't even doing this yet, which is absolutely mind-boggling. Like, YouTube is crazy powerful, and if you're not using YouTube to nurture, entertain, educate your prospects and clients, then you're really leaving a lot of money on the table. So the way we kind of usually operate is, you'll generate the attention from the TikToks and Reels. You'll then direct the traffic, most likely through the bio link, to your VSL, slash sales assets. And some people, 3% of the people that actually come across you will be ready to buy. Okay, 3%. Those people might just book a call straight away if they like you and you've educated them really well in the VSL. They might just book a call with you straight away. The most likely scenario is that they'll then go binge more of your YouTube content. So if you've got like 10 to 20 good YouTube videos on there that they can binge watch, then that's awesome. Because another thing that I learned, I can't remember who actually came up with it, but apparently it takes around 7 hours for someone to be fully nurtured and be fully sold on what you're doing. So the more long form videos you have in place, then the quicker you're going to bridge that gap. Okay? And then if you've got your sort of videos and things set up in the right way, your YouTube description, they're most likely going to go to and check you out on Instagram. Instagram for fitness coaching seems to be the main hub working right now. Websites are garbage. You just want a solid Instagram profile, a solid personal brand that is kind of the center hub of all your kind of coaching output. So you're going to have most of your client testimonials and things on there. Most of your content's going to be on there. So that's essentially like your website. That's the way you need to look at it. And if they like your website, and if they like what you're doing and the content that you're posting, then congratulations, you've got a new Instagram follower. Now, you can be really proactive about this, and you can just send them a warm DM right off the bat. I would highly recommend this because that's going to put you one step ahead of most other coaches out there. A lot of people don't even do that. So what happens is all these followers coming in who are resonating with the content, they just slowly get lost over time because they're following you, but then you don't have a proactive way of actually building relationships with them, and that's where warm DMs come into play, right? Let's say you get 500 followers. Okay, that is not a crazy number whatsoever. Sorry. But you message and build a connection with every single one of those people, and then from then on, you're at the forefront of their mind when it comes to fitness coaching. So, and then that's when this part comes into play. So on the daily, you're posting stories, you're releasing new YouTube videos, which you're promoting on your stories, which then gets them back into the YouTube space, watching more videos, and it's just a cycle. Okay, they're seeing your face every single day, multiple times a day. And slowly over time, you're bridging the trust and authenticity gap to the point where, it gets so small that they've seen you so many times, you've solved the problems through your content so many times that they're just going to book a call and see what's the worst that can happen. So, some people might follow you and be ready to book a call straight away, as I said before, but others, it might take, 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks. But as long as you've got this ecosystem functioning smoothly over extended periods of time, then you're accounting for everyone. Okay? I'm just sending warm DMs. You're always checking back in with them, actually being a genuine person. And yeah, if you take a look at it from a kind of the overview here, you'll notice that as soon as they become a new follower, they don't leave this kind of ecosystem until the sale is closed. So as long as they're a targeted follower, right, you're putting out the right content, you're solving you're solving like one problem for one avatar and all the kind of little issues that associate with that problem, then that means that every new follower should, in theory, be a good fit for your program. Okay, not everyone is going to be, but quite a large majority of them will be. Okay, so on a daily, you're getting your face in front of them, you're showing them your work ethic, you're showing them your client wins, You're showing them behind the scenes. You're connecting with them and resonating with them as a person because you're showing your lifestyle. They're getting a deep dive into your brain. You're kind of ticking all the boxes here, right? And then on a weekly basis, maybe 2 times a week, you're posting, case studies / testimonials, and you're giving a call to action. One thing to note about the call to action, though, is you don't want to overuse the call to actions, right? I've fell for this trap myself, and you think, you just need to be throwing one out there every single time, but that's not true. A rule I like to stick by is 10-to-1 ratio, okay? 10 being the amount of times you're given value, and the 1 being the amount of times you ask for something from the viewers, okay? So you don't want to be doing a call to action too much. 2 times a week is perfectly fine, as long as you're putting out good stories and good content as well, okay? These call to actions are also going to lead to the DMs. So this is going to be the kind of people who, might be a little bit colder, and they just might need a bit of warming up first before they show more interest in what you're actually doing. Okay. And when you get into the DMs, you can send them relevant videos to what they're actually, struggling with and what they're looking to achieve. And that's why this is so powerful, because over time you're going to be posting YouTube videos, and obviously your offer as a whole is going to have 4 or 5 kind of subcategories, right? Training, nutrition, mindset, all this sort of stuff, and each person is going to have their own individual set of problems that they're trying to overcome. So if you've just got this bank of highly nurturing YouTube videos, the key being highly nurturing, you need to be creating these videos in a specific way if you want them to convert well. But yeah, if you send someone 2 or 3 videos that are actually valuable, then when you actually ask them to hop on a call, they're almost going to feel obliged to hop on the call because you've given them so much value, right? And this is just going to put you in a really strong position, okay? You're never cold DMing people. You're never chasing prospects. You're always holding this high kind of position in the kind of social dynamic, to the point where you can make asks, right? You can ask them to book a call, and it's completely normal, and they're going to see the value in it. Okay? Now, another important thing is having a pre-call nurturing sequence. So this just refers to the email and text reminders, but again, you're just sending them more videos that's going to nurture them before they actually hop on the call. Because the worst thing you can possibly do is go straight from the content to booking a call, because they're cold, they're not nurtured, and you're gonna end up not closing people. Your close rate's going to be low. It's just not a good way to do it. But if you use this whole kind of nurturing sequence, the YouTube videos, the stories, sending them value, by the time they get on the call, and that's not even gone into sales presentations and things like that. But your close rate's going to be high, and you're also going to be able to get more pay-in-fulls as well. But let's say they don't close, okay? Then simply, they're still in your ecosystem. So over time, they're going to be watching more stories, more content, and more YouTube videos until maybe they just didn't have the money. But when they do have the money, you're still at front of mind, because if you've got good follow-up systems in place, you should, in theory, be still in contact with everyone. But yeah, so this is how you essentially win the game in coaching. Not many coaches, fitness coaches anyway, are doing this. Most don't even use YouTube. They don't have anything set up like this. They don't even think to this high of a level. But when you've got your customer journey mapped out like this, and you actually think about each step of where they go to next and why they have to do a certain thing before getting to the next stage, your business is going to skyrocket. I can promise you that. But yeah, that's kind of it for this video, to be honest. You know, if you kind of want to go into a bit more detail about your business specifically, then feel free to click the link in the description and book a call. Okay, cheers guys, have a great day.